Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Transformers Earthspark. This is Deluxe class Terran Twitch, so this is my first official Deluxe review of one of these figures. I've reviewed some of the one-step changes and indeed some of the warrior classes, but this is my first foray into the Deluxe world of these figures. So we're going to have a detailed look at her in both of her modes. I'll show you all the accessories that she comes with. We will do some comparisons, not only with some of the Earthspark one-step changes, but with some of the other figures that have been released in other toy lines as well, just to give you an idea of the size of her. So I also brought this from In Demand Toys because they've got a great sale going on at the moment, and I've had quite a few requests to do some Earthspark reviews. So this is the box that she comes in, obviously the open window. She does come in robot mode, but for the video I've already transformed already. There of course is some of the main cast from the, I'm going to say cartoon, but it's not, it's an animation, which is, you know, pretty similar to be fair. The builder figure, and this is where I pretty much want to state straight away that I probably am not going to be getting all these to build him up. I don't know, so it's, I might do, I might not, but these are the parts that come with him. So you've got, sorry, with Terran Twitch to build him. So you've got pretty much the jacket or whatever it is that goes around him, and indeed you've got his head. So there you go, they're the extra bits that come with her. They come all tucked away in at the bottom, and there we can see the rest of the figures that have been released to complete the build of Mandroid. There's some product images there of her in both of her modes, and it just, I know, there it is, that's the same animation on the side. So the figure itself, it's for a deluxe class, it feels, and I hate saying this, but I've got to be honest, it feels a little cheaper than by what I would class, you know, as a normal deluxe class figure. I know this is perhaps a special edition or whatever, but it's still a deluxe class figure. At the heart of it, it's still Impactor, which is just a normal deluxe class figure, but this just feels, it's definitely more hollow. It's definitely in some ways a little bit more fiddly, and I'm going to be uploading the transformation process separately in the, you know, to help viewers and younger viewers especially. But with me, the legs popped off a couple of times, and it was just really sort of quite awkward getting her all in line. This is the other accessory that she comes with. And again, this doubles up to fit on her hand and indeed to fit at the front. Now, as I say, this is obviously based on a drone, and it's not too bad. I mean, but I would have, these spin around. We've got some nice translucent yellow there and on the wings as well. It's not too bad, but as I say, for the fact that this is, and to be fair, this is the main reason why I haven't been buying these, because they are the same price as the Generations figures. But for that reason, yeah, they're just that same price. But on In Demand at the moment, she was really cheap, so I thought I'd take a punt and get her. The rest of the detail on it isn't too bad, but I suppose it's the first attempt at this particular alt mode from any of the figures that have been released, so it's not too bad. It's much obviously a better improvement than her one-step changer, although it's not that much bigger, but you can obviously see the difference there between them. There's a standard, well, that's not a standard, it is a standard deluxe, but it is a large deluxe figure. That's a smaller one, but to give you an idea, it's pretty much in the middle of them, but it just feels lighter. It doesn't feel like there's as much in it. What other alternate modes have we got here? I've got Boss from G1. There's one step flip change of Megatron as well from the same toy line. I suppose it's sort of a standard, but it's not standard, it's on a smaller size, shall we say, for a deluxe figure. But there's not really much more to say about her in this mode. We're going to come right back and we're going to see her in a robot mode for some more comparisons and check out her articulation. Okay, there she is in a robot mode. Again, apologies, no transformation process on this video. Main reason to keep the length of this video down, and the other is because I've uploaded a tutorial for you to watch if you want to, and if you don't, you don't have to, but it's mainly there, to be honest, if the younger viewers need help with the transformation process. Right, so the robot mode itself is pretty good. Just as I say, it just feels, and this is probably perfect proof how hollow everything is. This is obviously what were the little parts of the wings when in the alternate mode, but the rest of this is just hollow. On the inside of the legs there, they're all hollow, so it just feels really sort of weak. The back of the forearms are hollow, just not what you'd expect from you know, a standard class deluxe figure. I know obviously deluxe aren't as expensive as Voyager, etc., but for me it just feels, dare I say, it's that, I suppose cheap is the word, to be honest. Now you've got a couple of choices I prefer it perhaps up like that, just so we can sort of see them. I think they look good. You can move these around as well, to be honest. In the pictures though, you can see they've got it slightly angled like that, so I'll keep it like that just for now. Let's have a look at her articulation. So the head sculpt is pretty good, to be honest. I wonder if that is light piping. Let's just have a look. If it is, it is. Oh, there you go. That's a nice little surprise. So there's some light piping there in the eyes, which I wasn't expecting at all. The head has got quite a bit of detail to it. It's on like a mushroom peg, ball and socket, whatever. So you got full articulation, up, down and around. The shoulders are ball and socket, so you can do full T's as well if you want, both to the T. Going around, you are hugely restricted by all of this, and this is really quite stiff. You've got a swivel underneath, you've got a bicep flexion, no movement in the hand because it's all molded together. You've already seen you've got a waist swivel, and this is what I was on about. These tend to pop off. You've got to do that for the transformation. There you go. You've got to do that for the transformation. So you've got to kind of physically hold the turquoise bit so you can turn the rest of the leg part around. So you can see how easy it does pop off just by doing that. So they are ball and socket though, so they'll go all the way up, all the way back, and if these are out of the way, unrestricted right out to the side. So I suppose that's pretty good. There is the swivel, which you've just seen, but it's awkward. There is a knee bend, and you've got an ankle tilt and rock again, because that is on a ball and socket. So overall, not too bad. I think though, maybe the demographic or the age that it's aimed at, I think they're hoping, or maybe they will get away with the fact that it is hollow. Maybe that is to make it a bit more durable, even though normally you'd think, you know, pack it out with a load of plastic, make it more robust, but perhaps they're anticipating he's going these sort of figures, and especially her, she's going to get pulled from pillar to post. I don't know, I'm just speculating, but I'm just trying to work out, I suppose, why or why it's so hollow compared to some deluxe figures. There is her one step changer, so she's obviously much bigger than that. She's not as much fun though, because this one does that and that one doesn't. Separate review for that is obviously up as well. This is her blaster, or whatever you want to call it, strange looking gun. That's going to fit over the forearm, he says, like so, in there. And again, you can see where that bicep flexion is coming in. Right, let's stand her up and do some comparisons to give you an idea. So if you're a parent, maybe my age or a bit older, younger, here he is. Here is Optimus Prime, obviously, and here he is compared to her and with Bumblebee. So Optimus is much bigger, but obviously nowhere near as, Bumblebee's nowhere near as big as her, and she's nowhere near as big as G1 Optimus Prime. I completely messed up all my word in there. If you collect, I suppose, figures again from this generation's time, so that is a standard, I say standard, it is a bit of a special edition, but it is only a deluxe figure. Let me get a core class one to give you an idea. So yeah, this is classed as deluxe, I suppose, to be honest. If you know, Impactor was quite a big deluxe figure. Let me just bring in another fembot. So if I bring in Strong Arm, no, yeah, there you go. That gives you an idea. So perhaps that is more of a standard deluxe size figure, and he's just that bit too big. If you don't collect any of these figures and you collect other companies like Third Party, etc., there's New Age, and there's Magic Square, and there's Iron Factory. So I suppose, yeah, standard sort of deluxe size figure, but in all honesty, as I've said a couple of times now, it just feels that little bit more flimsy, a little bit lighter. Not too bad though. As I say, I'm sure that the people who love the cartoon, this is an absolute must. And as I say, I do genuinely get the impression that the cartoon is sort of building. I keep saying cartoon, but you know what I mean. The animation is building, even though it's been out for quite some time. I think the second season, from what I've heard, or the second part, is much better. But I'm going to end it right there because there's nothing more to say about it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, guys. This is and was Terran Twitch, the deluxe class figure from Easrthspark. Let me know what you think, guys. Take care.